Welcome back to another episode of Capital Roots. Today, we've got a big name, possibly the biggest name we've had on the podcast yet. We've got Aaron Watson.
Well, I might be your first, so that means that wouldn't have been a
well, not quite. You're my first country star. Let's say that.
Well,
yeah,
you guys are desperate if you're calling me a country star, but I can play that role today.
Well, what would you refer to yourself as?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm just a country singer.
Country singer.
I'm just a dude in a band.
A dude in a band.
I'm a dude in a band.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Well, it's an honor to have you today.
Thank y'all for having me. It's an honor as well.
We've enjoyed the discussion thus far, but hopefully you have better that we get on tape here. So tell us a little bit about your background.
I grew up in the Panhandle, Amarillo, went to school at Canyon Randall.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good part of the country. That will always be home. Even though, I've been in south of Abilene now for longer than I've been than my time up in the Panhandle, but had a wonderful childhood. Thanks to my mom and dad. Mom's a school teacher, dad's a disabled veteran. So I don't know. They just, looking back on it, I think there were some times. I think we had some rough times growing up, but I never knew it because they worked hard to give us everything we needed. And but at the same time, if I needed something extra, I had to go work for it. And I'm thankful for that. I didn't like it at the time, but it
definitely a little character building.
Yeah, I don't want to build any more character at this point, though. No more character.
You got enough?
Yeah, I've had enough character building experiences.
Yeah, I hear you. So you've been, you're a country singer, as you said. What makes you a country singer?
Well, at this point, I think probably 3,000 shows, 20-something albums. I mean, I got to sing a song with Willie. I think that got me the card. That finally got me I'm a country singer. I think if you get to sing a song with Willie, then you can finally start calling yourself a country singer.
You've arrived.
Yeah, I've arrived. I've always loved country music. I love music in general. I've always been infatuated with the lyrics, whether that's Beatles songs, Rolling Stones songs, George Jones, Merle Haggard, Willie Whalen, Merle. I've always just listened to the lyrics, and I've always been captivated by really that part of the music more than anything.
Yep. So tell us about how you got into music.
Well, so people always say, like, what did you perform growing up? And I didn't. I mean, getting me on stage, that's mixing oil and water. I remember when I was first learning to play the guitar, I was embarrassed to sing a song to my girlfriend. She would be like, I remember she was like, I've heard you sing with the radio in the car and you have a good voice. Sing to me some of these songs. And I just was I don't want to say bashful, but I think also a little embarrassed. That wasn't my stage. I mean, I grew up playing baseball, and I could put me up to the plate,
Yeah.
bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, and you need me to get a hit. I liked that, being in that position, but getting up on stage in front of folks was not my cup of tea. And so I really had to work at that, and I still feel the anxiety of that now and then. But I have a really, my mom and dad gave me a very good, musical education. I mean, mom, encouraging me to sing at church, and I went to the Church of Christ. There's no instruments there, so you better sing good or everybody's going to hear it.
That's right.
So, I have really good pitch and good timing. I think that probably comes from singing at church. And my dad was a janitor at several places and also at our church. So, while we were cleaning the church, we were listening to honky-tonk music, so it's like I learned all about Willie and Waylon at church as well. So Willie Whalen and Jesus at church,
Yeah.
That's a country song.
So when did you break the Church of Christ ways and get your first instrument?
Man, I was probably 18 or 19 when I started kind of
Playing guitar?
Yeah, it's a sad story. But I was dating a girl. This is also could be a country song, but for Christmas, she bought me an Alvarez acoustic guitar, really nice guitar. And that's when I started to play. And we broke up 4 months later.
But you got a guitar out of it.
No, she came back and got the guitar. She asked for the guitar back. And this is pretty cruddy of me. I've never said this on air, but I had gotten her a real nice ring from James Avery.
Yeah.
And when she came back to get the guitar, and I said, "You're taking the guitar." And she's like, "I'm taking the guitar." And I said, "Well," I handed her the guitar and I said, "Well, give me back that James Avery ring." And I took that ring. I gave it to my sister. She still has it today. But then I didn't have a guitar for a while. I had to save up and get a guitar. And, but you know, that's kind of where it started. I started just writing songs, and I've still got some of the very first songs I wrote, and they're awful. They are so bad. It's just scattered words and meaningless, you know, mumbling, lots of rhymes like dog, hog, log, smog, fog, everything rhymes really nice. So, but, you know, I worked hard and I just wrote all the time. And I truly feel like it's, you know, if you go back and you just listen to a lot of the best songs ever, it's written and recorded by people who have lived.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's not many artists like a Don Henley, and the very first song he ever writes is Desperado.
That was the very first?
Apparently, that's the rumor, but that's not fair.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yep.
You know, mine was not a Desperado. My first.
Do you remember what your first song was?
I don't even remember. It was some love song that I've got it written down. I hand wrote it, you know, but
I got
handwritten.
you.
But
I got you.
It's something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something stupid would have actually been a better title than whatever I came up with. But
yeah.
But you know, but it's. I use that now. My dog. Two out of three of my kids, they like to write, and I know Jake, my oldest boy, gets frustrated sometimes because he's like, "Man, I don't feel like I'm a good writer. I don't like my ideas." And I'm like, "These are actually really good ideas." Mm-hmm. I was like, the difference between me and you is you have a dad who loves to write. And I said, so now what we do is we go in and we try to perfect them.
Yep.
We try to make that song the best they can be. Yep. And so I enjoy that more than anything with him.
Yep. So I think I've seen Jake on Instagram.
Oh yeah. That boy.
Pretty talented.
He's very talented. He plays the guitar like nobody's business. And, you know, he's 19. His voice is still maturing, but he's got great pitch, great timing. And he's going to be pretty dangerous. I mean, if he plays a lot of shows with me, and now if he doesn't show up, it's annoying. Because I got all these like high school girls asking about Jake my whole show. I literally will stop the show sometimes and be like, girls, Jake is not here. He is in school. Okay.
He is in school.
He's in school, and his mom said no. Also, you girls need to raise your standards. Stay away from boys and bands. So
even Jake.
That's a no-no, girls. Even good boys.
That's right.
Yeah, stay away from boys in general.
That's right.
We're all idiots.
Yep. So the genre of country that you play, would you call it Texas country, or what would your term for it be?
Oh, I'd call it Texas country.
Texas country.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm doing a interview, you know, in Nashville, Tennessee. I let them know I play Texas country.
Yep.
And you dance with the folks that brought you.
Yep.
And, you know, I had a guy one time at Capitol Records. He was talking to me about a possible deal. We were in his office, so he must have had a little bit of interest. And he said, "You talk a lot about Texas." He goes, "But you've got to make music that people outside of Texas will like." And I said, "Well, I believe people outside of Texas will like this stuff too." And he didn't agree with me. And I said, "It's funny that you put music in a box, or you think that once you cross the state line, it won't work." I said, "Was West Coast rap popular in West Texas?"
Right.
It was.
Right.
I said,
Right.
"Were the Beach Boys popular in Kansas?" I was like, so, and that's the thing for a long time in Nashville. If you were a Texas artist, that was a bad word. But I think we showed them with our 2015 album, The Underdog, when it charted #1 on Billboard nationally. And then Vaquero did the same thing. It showed, it showed them that Texas music works. And those were cool moments because it gave me an opportunity to, really brag on these Texas fans and say, these are the best fans. And also to let the whole nation of country music fans know that, hey, there's all these independent Texas artists down here that are making great music, and they would be so grateful for your support. So that was it was fun that I've had the opportunity now and then to get to kind of wave that flag and just really give credit where credit's due. I'm not doing anything that someone else hasn't already done. I guess Bob Wills is probably one of the first ones I can think of that was, playing that Texas music.
Yep. So speaking of Texas, I think you own a little piece of Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite place to be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
It's in Buffalo Gap, Texas.
Buffalo Gap.
It's pretty Texas.
It is pretty Texas.
Yeah.
So, hold on. When I hear Buffalo Gap, I think of great steaks.
Oh, man. Preeny Ranch Steakhouse. I share a fence line.
You share it? Really?
Yeah, with Preeny Ranch. And I'm good friends with Tom and Lisa. I worked there in college. And if you've worked at a restaurant and you'll still go and eat there afterwards, they're legit.
That's right.
So we love Preeny Ranch, and I probably could have a lot more land if we hadn't spent so much money at Preeny Ranch over the years. But I was saying this earlier. Most kids are like, "Can we go to McDonald's and get some chicken nuggets, a Happy Meal, or off the dollar menu?" And my daughter wants to go there and get an order of quail eggs and some strawberry shortcake. And I'm like, "Girl, that's like $30.
Yep.
So she's not a dollar menu kind of girl, I guess.
Well, Capital Farm Credit was created for exactly the type of guys like you that have daughters with great taste in quail eggs and strawberry shortcake.
Absolutely.
We can help you with that land acquisition.
Have you ever given a loan before where a guy goes in there and says, "I need to just get some type of advance to continue purchasing more quail eggs and strawberry shortcake," in a roundabout way?
I don't know if I'm supposed to answer this on air, but I think we made a loan to a guy like that before, but he didn't seem Texas country.
Yeah, he did. Okay. Well, I'll be calling the guys on Monday. I'll be calling Jason on Monday about
that'll work. We'd love to do
yeah.
it. No, I think there's a lot of things about you. I was excited when I found out about Capital's partnership with you, Aaron. If I think about, obviously I didn't know you, shook your hand for the first time today, but I think, from what I've seen thus far, you're an authentic guy, and what you see is what you get, whether you're watching social media or otherwise. But I think your value set aligns perfectly with who we are as a company.
Yeah. I love that you are a Texas company. That makes it fun for me. It's pretty cool. We're fixing to be all up in the Northeast playing for all those Yankees, and when they come to my show, they're going to see Capital Farm Credit, So and we're going to be playing some huge festivals this year too, and I'll be getting in front of tens of thousands of people, and we'll have that big LED screen up there. So it's just, I don't know. Y'all are fabulous. I've worked with y'all for years. I mean, I have my ranch because of y'all. I said earlier that having a ranch was a dream of mine, and y'all helped make that dream come true, and helped me find a way to get into that place. And it's one of those things. I go out there and I fell in love with that 400. It's just under 400 acres. I fell in love with that place, and I looked at much bigger places, but I was just like, this is all I need.
Yep.
And the whole back of the ranch is it's almost like a big bowl, because it's in that Callahan Divide, and those mesas just kind of, my whole back fence line is just at the top of those hills, and it's like I'm in another place.
So Callahan Divide, is that, I'm assuming, is it some kind of geographical divide?
Yeah.
Is it Callahan County?
No, Callahan County is
close
near there, but I'm in Taylor County.
Okay.
But that Callahan Divide is what they call that little range of, we call them mountains, but
mountains.
It's
I could climb those mountains, I think.
Yeah, you could. I mean, they're a little steeper than you think. I've a couple of times thought, I'm like, it's not that big a deal. And I get to the top and I'm like, man, I'm breathing heavy.
Yeah, I hear you. So what about land made you want a piece?
Man, freedom.
Yeah?
Something about it. Having your own place. Just, if you need to get away, you've got a place. If you want to hunt, you got a place. If you want to have some livestock, you got a place. Just being able to get away. And for me, I love being outdoors, and I almost feel like I got my own little state park out there. So it's just, I mean, it's like, if you give me a couple of weeks off, I'd rather just go to the ranch and just be there than some beach,
Oh yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you. So do you have a house? Do you live right there on the place?
When I get kicked out, I live there a lot.
Okay.
When she kicks me out, I drive 4 miles down the road. It's a very nice doghouse. It's very important for you young guys out there. If you stick your foot in your mouth, for you young dudes out there that just got married, this is important stuff I'm saying. If you stick your boot in your mouth a lot, it's important that you have a good doghouse to retreat to while you.
But also, I'd like to remind everybody, when he says that, if she takes the guitar, take the ring back.
Yeah, at the same time, yeah. Also, yeah, to you young guys that aren't married, if she takes your guitar, she wasn't the one.
That's true.
I do think back to myself doing that, and I was like, that's pretty salty.
It was.
I mean, it was right there in the doorway at my house. She came over to get that guitar, and I just couldn't believe she was taking that guitar. And there she was. When she took that guitar, I saw that ring, and I was like, I'm going to need that sucker back right there.
Yeah.
And she was, what's crazy is she was shocked. She was genuinely shocked. I haven't really thought about that. That's crazy. Take a fella's guitar, then you're shocked that he wants his ring back. Come on, girls. Be better.
Yeah.
I hope my wife
it's
doesn't
interesting.
see
We're
this.
talking to young men and young women this afternoon.
Yeah, come on, girls. Be better.
So you mentioned freedom with your ranch. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh, man. It's a feeling that's hard to describe. I mean, when I go out there and I'm like, man, I got this with a song. But I'll tell you this too. I had a moment one time. I was hiking around in the very back, and I came across some initials carved in a rock. And I can't remember what they are. This has been 12 years ago. And I went back to my buddy who helped me close on the place, and he looked up those initials. And those initials were from the first guy who homesteaded that place.
Really?
Yeah. And it made me realize that land's not really mine.
That's an interesting thought.
It's not mine.
Yep.
It's just, I'm getting to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just kind of leasing it in a way.
Yep.
Which, I mean, we all kind of lease our land, because even if you pay your land off, you're still doing property taxes, but we don't want to get into all that stuff right now.
Yeah, that's right.
But it puts things into perspective when you realize, I mean, there's a couple of old houses out there, and there's a couple of, I can't remember the name of the flowers, but there's an old flower bed, and there's some flowers that come up every year. And my mom's like, well, whoever lived here, those were the flowers that they planted, and they're still coming back up. And I think, man, I mean, and this house is, probably this old stone house. I mean, it's, it was probably in the late 1800s. And so you think somebody raised a family here, somebody lived
It's crazy
here.
to think about, isn't it?
It really is. And it makes you realize, like, man, this is, and I always, when I'm out there, I just think about the things I would have seen if I went back in time, and, from, that place would have been ate up with Comanches back in the day. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I would not want to be walking around here right now by myself.
Yep.
It's amazing to think about land, and just to be able, the freedom for me is to just leave the phone in the truck, and just forget about, I mean, that's kind of the problem with this society today is, I mean, we're just, the moment you open up your phone, there is something there that is probably not going to make your day better. Mm-hmm. It's probably going to stir some emotions, because that's the game. They from a guy who has to do social media, if I don't get people to engage in the post, people don't want to watch it. And to engage, and if you think about what engages you, it's something that you like or something that ruffles your feathers. And we just have so much of that around us. So to be able to just get away from that, that's the freedom. Yep.
So your comments there make me think you've kind of done things a little bit different in the music business. And so I think about, social media and the things that you like. And I think, everything that I've seen on social media the last how many ever years is who I've met today and I'm talking to. And it, I've met other, musicians that have been highly successful and some of that, but they're not the same person you see on social media or whatever. But tell us about, some of the ways you've done things differently, but from what I hear from you, you've done you.
Yeah, I'm probably not talented enough to keep up with two different me's or two different personalities, so.
You ever thought about having two bands?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all remember that?
Yeah.
There could be something in the works.
Could be.
We'll have to come back and talk about that one sometime.
Yeah, next time.
We'll do that.
Next time.
Yeah, for sure. Do y'all remember that? That's called an Easter egg.
An Easter egg?
Yeah, Taylor Swift does that. It's an Easter egg where she says something, because I didn't know what that was. And my daughter was like, that was a total Easter egg. And I was like, what was
an Easter egg?
I don't see no Easter eggs.
Yeah.
To me, Easter eggs are painted up colorful, or they've got candy in them. But if an artist says something, it's like leaving a little Easter egg, a little. I don't know why they call it an Easter egg.
Yeah.
You'd have to ask Swifties. I'm not going to ask them. They're scary humans.
I'm with you.
They are vicious little creatures, those Swifties.
Yeah. Yeah. So back to you.
Yeah, we should change the subject, because I'm going to get hate messages from my daughter and all her friends.
Yeah.
Okay, back to me.
But you do you.
Yeah. And I think I've always been so focused on the music, on my songs. There's been a stubbornness there where I don't care to be famous. I'm not doing this because I want to be famous. I'm very fortunate that I'm able to take care of my family doing this. I acknowledge that every day. Like that hits me a lot, where I'm like, there's an appreciation there, a genuine appreciation there as a dad, where when I see fans, I don't see these people as like, oh my gosh, these people just want more of my time. I see this as like, oh man, I need to go thank the folks that literally allow me to provide for my family. So, and I think that the reason why I see things that way is because I played to nobody for so long. Like, the reason why I still climb in the bunk on my nice tour bus, and I'm just like, Lord, thank you for a tour bus. It's probably because I used to sleep in the very back of a van, and they'd kind of have to shove me under the back seat, and like we would sleep in the back. And so, when you haven't had, you really, really cherish those things once you get your hands on them.
Yep. I still remember the first time I saw you. It was saw you play. It was in Lubbock at a tailgate party across University. I think it was in the parking lot of Papa John's.
Oh man,
that was a long time ago.
I've played a couple of tailgate parties there at Tech in Lubbock. So, but yeah, those can be some cold ones
for sure.
Yeah, those can be some. It's not easy playing a guitar with gloves on, but I've
you've done it.
Oh yeah, I've tried.
Yeah,
I kind of fake the guitar playing.
It's kind of air guitar.
It's a little bit air guitar.
You don't have to answer this on air, but do you do the lip syncing thing?
No. I mean, like on TikTok?
No, at a
live?
show. Yeah,
I've done it. I've lip synced once.
Really?
Oh yeah. And it was the weirdest thing ever. And it was also it was fun. Because I was like, I'm not going to mess the song up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're playing a huge rodeo, and we did the opening song. And they were basically like, we don't have the capabilities of miking a band. You have to, we want you to play this song, and you're going to come out. And I was like, do the choreography? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then they were like, this guy did it last night. This guy did it last night. And they started just naming off all these legends. And I was like, I'll do it. And I don't care. I mean,
right.
It was funny. It was funny to me. It was like, like when a couple years back, like they said Garth Brooks did it at an award show, and because he had lost his voice, and I'm just like, okay, oh well. Or I thought he did a good job. I mean, singers use auto-tune. I mean, there's so many things that, like, people talk about AI music and stuff today. It's been happening for years. I mean, when you take a singer who can't sing, and a singer that can't write, and you bring in millions of dollars for a budget, the best producers, the best players, all the technology to auto-tune. You cut the vocal up so that they have good timing. That's artificial.
Yep.
That's not real. That's not.
Yep.
That's not an artist sitting down with just at a piano singing a song, or a guitar and singing a song, and just being like, man, that guy held his own. That girl held her own. That's real. But so
you know what I take away from that? If you can't sing and you can't write and you can make millions, there's hope even for me.
Yeah, there is. There is. Can you dance a little?
Well, it depends on who's judging
you
it.
Might be in trouble. You don't come to me for dancing advice. I'm in a band, therefore I don't have to dance.
So I got to ask: is auto-tune, is that like a chorus pedal for your voice?
I don't really know.
Okay, I need to ask one of those people, I guess.
Yeah, when I hit a bad note, the whole world hears it, and then sometimes I hear it bouncing off the room. I'm like,
that's real authenticity right there.
Yeah, I've put out a couple of funny videos. Well, I thought they were funny, where I just was like, there's a lot of artists out there, using auto-tune, singing to tracks, but me at my shows, I purposely mess up words every night just so you know that it's...
See if anybody catches it.
So that you know it's real, which is not true because I actually don't mean to mess up. I mess up. So it happens. But I think like auto-tune in the studio, it's just a program where they, what song you're singing, they put in what key you're in.
Yeah.
And they highlight the track, auto-tune it, and you know.
Yep.
You can hear it sometimes. Somebody's voice says something that kind of sounds a little blip, sounds unnatural. I hear it sometimes. Some artists kind of, oddly enough, will have a voice that kind of does that. And you're like, is that auto-tune or is that just how their voice is? But I don't even care anymore. It's like to each his own.
Yeah. When you're real, you're real.
Yeah.
So where's the coolest place you've ever played?
Alaska.
Alaska, really?
Yeah.
Where at in Alaska?
Anchorage.
Really?
Are you talking about temperature or?
Well, no, I was vibe.
Oh, vibe.
But talk about Alaska.
It was cool. It was cold.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
literally cold.
Literally, it was cool.
Yeah.
But coolest place. Man, we've got to, we've been overseas 11 times. Got to play over in Europe a lot. I got to play 2 shows with Emmy Lou.
Oh, really?
Stade, Switzerland. I hung out with Shania Twain for 2 days. I would go get her drinks.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you tell your wife about that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay.
Oh, you bet I did. Oh, you bet I did. Shania was the sweetest lady ever. So I was like, man, 19-year-old me would be freaking out right now. And then I'm like, wait, I'm freaking out now. Yeah, she was awesome. And so was Emmy Lou. I love them both. So that was a cool experience.
Yeah. So who are some cooler people that you've played with? Not cold.
See. I mean, getting to play with Willie.
Yeah.
I mean, getting to play with Alan Jackson, George Strait.
Yeah.
I mean, getting to play festivals with rock bands. I mean, the Grand Ole Opry with Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. I mean,
Steven Tyler.
Oh, it's honestly like I played. One time I got a phone call, and it was my booking agent, and he was like, "Hey, we got the craziest phone call concerning you today." And I was like, "What was it?" And they were like, "Well, Gene Simmons from Kiss, they handpick all their openers, and they want you to be the opening act for them at Cheyenne Frontier Days Rodeo." And so I was like, absolutely. So, I mean, getting to open for Kiss.
Was that when you had was July in Cheyenne, was that an album or just a song?
There was just a song, but
I know it's a song. Okay, he was out then.
And I don't know if he heard that song or if it's the fact that our Underdog album, I painted up my face like a rodeo.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Like a bullfighter.
Yep.
So I don't know if maybe he saw that. I don't know, but he was super cool. He requested to talk to me before his show. He's a huge man. And then he wears those platform boots.
Right. So he's bigger.
Yeah, he's different too.
I imagine. If you paint your face, you wear platform boots. I don't know
that he does business with Capital Farm Credit.
Yeah, I'm not sure he probably doesn't have the same affinity or feel the same freedom on a ranch.
He probably doesn't need a loan either.
We would be interested, Gene, though, if you're listening.
If you're listening, and you want to put up, some fence, call up my friends at Capital Farm Credit.
That's right. Buy some livestock.
Yeah, but he was a great dude, though. He was cool.
That's awesome. Cool stories. So you've got an album.
Yep.
What's it called?
Horse Named Texas.
Horse Named Texas.
Saddled up my dreams on a horse named Texas. Hit those honky-tonkin' trails like those outlaw boys. I've been roping cowboy songs on a horse named Texas. Tied a few good ones down. Made a lot of neon noise. From those Cheyenne Frontier days to that Grand Ole Opry stage, I rode right smack down the middle of the street on Music Row. I've never traded in my boots and jeans, still playing that dance hall down in Green. Never sold out, But every now and then I've sold out a couple of shows, still playing that country gold. Still got a long ways to go on a horse named Texas.
That's pretty good.
What's the next verse? Came up short, been bucked off, had my heart stomped in the dirt, but I got back up, got back on time and time again. And after all these years, I've learned that a winner's just a loser who keeps on losing till the day they finally win. So it's a pretty fun song.
Good song.
I pretended like I was writing it for George Strait.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You a George Strait fan?
Oh, yeah. I love George.
I met George one time.
I met him once, too. We played a show with him for the governor. And he was like, how long you been doing this? And I was like, man, I don't know, 25 years? He goes, did you start when you were 3? And I was like, thanks, George.
Yeah.
And we had this great conversation going. And then this guy doing security just comes right in and just completely interrupts me and just took George away. And I was like, it's my one shot. It was taken from me. But getting to
play with him.
Yeah. I've posted the video before, but when he got done with his show, he walked back off the stage and I'm standing there and he reaches his hand out and shakes my hand as he walks off stage. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the time that I met him, stuck my hand out, introduced myself, said Clint. I'm Clint Cryer.
Did he give you the psych?
Luckily not.
Okay, that's
his
good.
his cell phone wasn't working. We were up in the mountains fishing at a private ranch still, and his cell phone wasn't working, and he needed to borrow a cell phone. So he was nice, but he seemed just like pure country.
Yeah.
same
Buddy
guy.
Jackson. Yeah. No, he's cool. What a guy.
For sure. So you gonna add to that ranch yet?
He probably doesn't need a loan from y'all either.
Probably not, but we'd make him one too.
Yeah. He could be what are the guys that come in and give a lot of money to add to there's a fancy name for that. I don't know.
To add to your,
to add to the wealth of like for loaning money. Like he could probably come in and be like
private equity.
Yeah, something.
I'm sure.
Trying to think
I think
what the
he's
name.
got a couple ranches in South Texas.
Yeah, he's probably got something like
I'm sure.
Probably got George Strait farming credit. He probably got his own.
Yeah. So talk about playing with Willie.
There's nothing you can't not love about Willie. I mean, for me, he's bigger than country music. He's his own genre. So to get to play shows with Willie, to get to sing a song with Willie,
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it was a dream come true. So,
Where'd you play with him at?
Gosh, we've played a show with him. One year we played with him at down here in College Station at Chili Fest. I've played a show with him in San Angelo. Just some festivals and stuff like that. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So what's upcoming for Aaron Watson?
Lots of shows, lots of music. I will put out more music over these next 5 years than I've probably put out in 20.
More than you put out in 20.
We're going to be dropping albums.
That's 20 albums that I wrote down.
I'm getting after it.
Yeah.
I mean, just this Horse Named Texas has 26 songs.
26 on
26, and we'll put out a platinum version of that album, which will probably have another 14. So we're gonna be putting out music.
That's awesome.
That's what I do. So I'm just gonna put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah. So how often do you expect to release albums?
I don't know. We're kind of I'll be in Nashville next month with my team and kind of talking about the release plan. And I want to put out music, not just when I put out a record, it's not always going to be to try to have hits. It's just giving music to the people that support my career, giving them I forget sometimes as a music lover that sometimes I just get really excited for an artist that I love to put out new music.
Yep.
And that's what it's about. It's about those people that want new music, that I'm their jam. So I'm making music for those people.
Yep.
And you know, and I think by default we'll grow our fan base.
Yep.
So.
I like it. One of the things I'd tell you, just, from my perspective, I think it's about more than the music. I mean, I think it's also your message, just about life as much as anything. The purity, the authenticity, those types of things.
Yeah, and I've gotten a lot more, really for the first time in my career, in the last year, I've gotten a lot more involved on social media, speaking my mind a little bit, having some fun with it. I haven't really shown the world how ridiculous I am. I haven't done that yet, but I'm getting there. Mm-hmm. The older I get, the less I'm caring.
Yep.
My daughter holds me back because I embarrass her, so she's kind of my filter. She's my barrier.
Right.
So, but I'm just having fun.
Yep. I hear you. Well, I think it's those things that make you the thing that, that attracts me and my buddies to your music is why we're so proud to partner with you here at Capital Farm Credit.
Oh man. Thank you. Yeah. I've said this before, but it's like, it's just a natural partnership. It's fun for me. We've got history. It's like long before we started working together, you guys helped me get my ranch. I have friends that work for Capital Farm Credit. So that's a cool thing. But y'all's focal points are the same as mine, what y'all believe in. And also who you take care of.
Yes.
Are the same people that I make music for.
Right.
So it just works.
Yep.
So I love it. I don't have to act, it's a natural fit. So
definitely. We couldn't say it any better than you did.
Well, thanks, brother.
Yes, sir. Well, enjoyed this conversation today. Looking forward to the future, kind of catching up on some of the things that we talked about.
We'll do this more.
That's right. Well, thank you for being here today.
Thanks,
enjoyed
brother.
it. Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you. Thank
yes,
y'all.